New York is the heart of Ghostbusters, but I think the world is really the playground.
For the first time in New York history, people froze to death in the middle of July.
What is it?
We're death.
How are you?
Good. Hi, Becca. How are you?
It's an honor talking to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Becca. It's good to talk to you.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you. I'm really excited to be here talking to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
You know, I really love Frozen Empire because I find really beautiful the journey, Phoebe's journey to actually find her place into the Ghostbusters and into the Spengler's family, because I think it mirrors a little bit how you step into this franchise and become the new Ghostbusters for a new generation. So I like to ask you, going into Afterlife and coming into Frozen Empire, what were the key characteristics you wanted to explore more about your two characters to actually make them your own and make feel that you are telling a new story for a new people and new audiences?
I mean, I feel like we've always brought ourselves into the characters.
Yeah.
This go around, it's just fun to kind of be at different points in our lives and play these characters kind of, I don't know, how, at least for me, how I see would be a teenager, because I know I put a lot of myself into CINE.
What were the key components you deemed crucial to integrate in the story to find this balance between keeping the essence and what make Ghostbusters iconic, but also integrating your vision, what you understand of Ghostbusters and the story you wanted to tell?
Well, thank you for asking that question. I think that all of this began for myself and for my writing partner, Jason Reitman, with a conversation we had about the weight and responsibility of taking on what to Jason was his family business, right? His father, Ivan, created this series of films. And when we started to work on Afterlife, I'll take this answer way back to 2021. When we worked on Afterlife, that experience was about the rediscovery of this familial legacy, right? For our characters and for Jason and in his relationship with his father. As we began to write this next chapter of the story, we knew that now that we had reintroduced this idea that our young Spengler family has discovered that there is a legacy for them and that there is a calling, a lineage that connects them to a great line of Ghostbusters, there was now an opportunity for us to really sink into the importance of the wisdom of those who have come before you in whatever form they take, knowing that, you know, it takes a lifetime of experience to sometimes learn how to use these tools. Anybody can push the trigger on the wand, but it takes a seasoned Ghostbuster to know when to use it and when not to. For characters like Phoebe and Trevor, Celeste's Lucky, there is a world of knowledge to be gleaned from those who have busted before them. And for us as filmmakers, there is an awareness, a respect, a love for the films that have come before the ones that we have made now. And I think all of this is connected into a spirit of respect, of deep care for these characters and these stories. So I'm really grateful for your observation. It's absolutely central to this story.
Yeah, I think one of the key components for Ghostbusters is it takes something that's very primal in us, a basic fear of the unknown, of what's to come, that we all wonder about, and no matter what culture or part of the world you're in. But it also allows us to face that fear and even be brave and laugh at it. Somehow that mixture, I hadn't seen that done in a movie before Ghostbusters. And I think that is very endearing, but also I think it shows a team of people struggling but realizing they all have to come together to face this threat. And I think that's a theme that people have incorporated into their lives. No matter what age or difference, it's going to take all of us to deal with these ghosts or these fears that we have.
And if you were to have a third installment, what are the things that you'd like to explore more about your characters?
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see more of our relationship.
Definitely.
I'd like to see more Phoebe and Trevor.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I think that'd be great. I think that we should go and bust more ghosts together.
Yeah, I think, like, I'd love to see just us really taking the job seriously and, like, it really, you know, feeling comfortable for us and being able to, like, confide, definitely in each other. And Trevor's, like, a young guy, so maybe being able to see, you know, like, what is going on with him sort of in, like, a more personal way could be interesting.
Well, I think Frozen Empire, you know, I think it sets the stage for a lot of possibility, a lot of things to come. Now, this is just my personal, it's nothing to do, I haven't discussed this with anyone. But I personally would love to see the franchise move into other parts of the world. You know, there are other cultures, all cultures have their ghost stories. And I'd love to see it take on some stories to bring in other cultures, other people a little bit, because I think it does unite us, and I think it would be nice to sort of tell some stories more at an international level. I'd like to see it. New York is the heart of Ghostbusters, but I think the world is really the playground.
I will say that the definition of a ghost grows with every one of these stories. And actually is one of the greatest gifts that Ivan gave us with that first film, is that a ghost was not defined as one thing. You could have Slimer, which is, you know, a free-floating, green, hideous, slimy monster. Or you could have the librarian ghost, who is a human and terrifying and elegant. And they could coexist within about 15 or 20 minutes in a film. And so going into this film, I really took advantage of that sort of liberal approach to the definition of a ghost. And because Phoebe is growing up as a character, it meant that her relationship both to herself, her family, and to the supernatural world had the opportunity to evolve. And this is very natural when you're writing for a character. I mean, we're so lucky that we're now getting to track these characters not in a fixed point in time, but as they grow up and mature. And the things that are important to Phoebe in this story are very different than the things that were important to her when she was a 12-year-old coming to Oklahoma with her mom and her brother. And so going forward, what I'm excited about is seeing how the next stage in that evolution for Phoebe defines for us in writing, and then for the audience in experiencing, her awareness of the supernatural world. That is always going to be the central point that allows us to draw those lines.
Can you tell me please a little bit about how has it been the evolution behind these scenes from this actually family that you have already built, and keeping and maintaining also the responsibilities of create big blockbusters that connect with the audience that also have so big expectations?
Yes, I think, you know, it's when you're looking for a movie to come out, you're never sure quite what to expect or if they're going to stay true to. One of the things that was really important when we came together is everyone in the movie, the older guys and the new cast, they all had a love and appreciation for Ghostbusters. They all recognize how important it is for the fans, because the fans are the reason we're here, and they're the reasons why we've been doing this stuff. They kind of kept it together. And it's, I think, just the showing how people kind of really need to, like I said, depend on each other to sort of make it happen. And having respect for each other, I think. And also people showing up, bringing their best. I've done a lot of work where people will show up not prepared or not coming in, but these are professionals who came in really 100% wanting to tell this story and accept that responsibility.
You kind of get both things, where like you get a sense of the original and also something, you know, for a new generation.
Thank you so much for sharing that with me, and thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your seminal work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the kind remarks. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you so
a nice
much.
day.
Yeah.
Literally scared to death. So cool.